Bowl season is here. Are you ready to cash in on what you know? Where you play is as important as what you play. The pros play at mybookie.ag. All the lines, odds, and plays, both college and pro, all at mybookie.ag. Play where you get paid super fast and there's never a hassle. Step up and mybookie.ag will match your deposit with up to a 50% bonus. Use promo code JJ50 to activate the offer. Don't leave the money on the table. mybookie.ag, promo code JJ50, and your first deposit is matched up to 50%. Play where the pros play because they get paid. mybookie.ag.
And now, Jalen and Jacoby on ESPN Radio.
When I pop the trunk, head the dirt. Y'all pop the trunk, I pop the hood.
Now act stupid, I'll pop the trunk. Now give me a boom.
He is Jalen Rose.
What up, dog?
I am David Jacoby.
And on the cool check-in.
Get ready, Reg.
Center stage on the mic.
Push a button.
And we putting it on wax. It's the new style.
We're Jalen and Jacoby on ESPN Radio and ESPN2. What do?
We give the public that when I'm at airports, when I'm on the street, when I'm at basketball games, when I leave my home, they scream, give the people what they want.
Let's give them what they want.
Let's give them what they need.
Part of giving them what they want is executing the open correctly. Secondly is opening up our voicemail box. Ladies.
Hey, ladies.
Tomorrow's Women Crush Wednesday.
Not a player, just crushing.
We have a very special female guest.
The champ is here.
But we want you to join us too. So ladies, or dudes, get your girl.
The champ is here.
Call 985-80-JALEN and leave us a voicemail. If you leave us a voicemail, we'll play it on the show just like this.
Hey, Jalen. Hey, Jacoby. This is John from Atlanta. Shout out to my girlfriend, Alexis. She called for Women's Crush Wednesday last week. It meant the world, guys, to hear her voicemail get played. We cooked dinner together, and I was all smiles. She's the light of my life, and it meant the world. And, you know, I'm graduating in May. I listen to you guys every single day when I'm going to class. And so since I'm graduating in May, and I got a little bit of a gut, I am starting to wear a waist trainer to get myself ready for those graduation pictures. Soft move or boss move. Men wearing waist trainers. Thank you guys so much for just doing what you do.
Don't
Thank
Google
you.
anything.
I Google it.
Hit the brakes.
I had to Google
Put
it.
the phone down.
I won't look at the phone.
Okay.
I won't look at the phone. I'm going to take my earpiece out
Okay.
so you know I'm getting no information being fed to me.
Let Kangaroo Jalen take this one.
Okay, Kangaroo Jalen.
All right. There was a time in my life when I got on the scale and I was between 265 and 270 pounds.
That's a lot of pounds.
This is
That's like a
2011.
lineman.
Now I get on the scale, I'm between 220 and 225.
That's a lot, but fine.
That's absolute truth. With that being said, during that period of time, when you feel like, you know what, I want to lose this, but I really don't want to work hard, you're sitting up late, having adult beverages, and all of a sudden infomercials come on.
What is happening? I don't
And
see these infomercials.
This waist
Trainer
commercial came on.
Oh.
I ordered it.
What?
I didn't want anybody to know I did.
Oh, I love this. It's confession time here on Jalen and Jacoby.
No question about it. It takes 2 or 4 batteries. I remember it. It's
Batteries?
Black with like gray and red. And it vibrates your stomach.
What?
You're supposed to sit it on you for 20 minutes at a time.
Oh, it's the thing that sends pulses, so it's like a workout where you don't have to move?
Correct.
So you're basically sitting there drinking a drink, watching TV, working out.
Yeah, it's a mockery.
Let me guess. Didn't give you a 6-pack.
It did not.
Let me guess. You just drank a 6-pack.
Correct. 12-ounce curls.
All right, so it's confession time. I'm ready to confess something myself. The ESPYs has a gift bag that they give to presenters. I've been working the ESPYs, since like the 5th one. You know what I mean? It's probably the 10th one. Like,
You mean Joey's been working on the ESPYs?
2000.
And she
I was
allowed
working
you to
there
tag
too.
along.
Yes, my wife has recommended that I PA for her occasionally on the ESPYs.
Thank you.
Now, in one of the gift bags, for athletes, do you know what they had in there? Spanx for men. And I was like, I would never wear Spanx. It's basically an undershirt.
Tight.
That's just tight.
And
Tightens
really
you up
long.
a little bit.
I had one of those too, a white one.
Tightens you up a little bit. I had a white one and a black one. Guess what? Still have a white one and a black one. Guess what? Every once in a while, if I ain't looking right in a T-shirt or a polo shirt, throw on the Spanx.
Hey, man, our relationship is over.
Look.
I
I'm
want a
so
divorce.
excited. I'm so excied to have a new co-host tomorrow. If they Spanx all the different ways I've disrespected you over the last 6 years, all the things I've said to you,
open my mouth,
all the things I've made them edit out because I thought like they were too mean, is because I wear Spanx. That's what's going to end this.
This relationship is over.
That was the Spanx that broke the camel's back.
I want each of our loyal followers to hit at Jacoby and make sure you get on his case for wearing Spanx.
Says the man who, A, just admitted he wore Spanx himself in this conversation, and B, bought a waist trainer. I thought this was a safe space.
I tried it.
I thought this was a safe space. I thought this was a safe space.
You endorse. I tried it.
I have a nipple problem.
And
I have very poofy nipples. It controls the nipples.
Hey, I had a belly problem. And a butt problem, the kangaroo.
The kangaroo. You got to control the kangaroo.
But the thing is, when I wore mine
Shout to male Spanx.
once, the stomach part was out and the chest part was in. So all it needed was a hanger. It looked just like me.
Yep, medicinal.
I love this show.
Spanx. Seriously, you better not ever let me catch you wearing a Spanx.
It's just a word. If they were called something else, if they were called like Under Armour Pro Combat Sports, it'd be like, oh yeah, I got the Under Armour Pro Combat Sports on.
We'll get that.
That's
we must protect this house.
Nike made the same thing. They call it Pro Combat. It's like, oh, Pro Combat. Just because I call it Spanx with 3 X's on the end, you broke up with me.
You know, one day for the public, because you talk about them a lot. You have to. The nipples have to make an appearance on this show.
You got to call my agent. Nipple extra money. That's extra money. I'm like a Hollywood actress. That's extra money.
You a thespian.
That's extra money. That's extra money. Moving on. Wow, a lot of not safe for work questions here on Twitter today.
I saved a bad joke.
Here we go. I know. Don't do it. Don't do it. Lauren. Soft move or boss move, making your coworker look bad by snitching on them so you'll look good and get the promotion.
That's a boss move.
That's a soft move. That's a soft move.
That's a boss move.
That's a soft move.
Because I have to go between the fine print, and what this sounds like to me is they're not friends anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it does matter your relationship.
I'm not finished.
Well, I'm not. First of all, I never let you finish. I never let you finish.
So I'm going to hit the brakes before you back up, because I hear you already taking that back.
Okay.
For everybody that works in corporate America, even 90% of the people you consider your friends, they will take your job. They will snitch on you quick to have your spot.
No doubt.
Don't ever get it twisted.
Of course. However, you might win in the short term, Florin, if you go with snitching as your policy. But what I've found is if you stick to your morals, and if you treat other people the way you want to be treated, and if you just sort of play it down the middle and take the high road when other people take the low road, in the long term you will end up better.
And also,
hard to disagree with that.
Just be really good at your job, but also, how about this? The problem with that theory is you better be perfect.
That's the thing. See, that's why I don't believe
I don't want to be perfect.
Yeah, dude, listen, it's too hard.
I'd rather have flaws.
I'm never going to be perfect.
Them.
Whether I want to or not.
No question.
I'm never going to be perfect.
Came right out carrying it back from the beginning. Let's just get it on out here right now.
Next. It's from Big Crown, so I got to ask it. The greatest mail carrier on the planet. Shout out. If you have your mail delivered by Big Crown, comes orderly, comes alphabetized.
No doubt.
It's all stacked up neatly. The biggest ones on the bottom, smallest on top. He also puts the personal ones on top and all like the filler bills and stuff on the bottom.
And you know what Big Crown will do too?
What?
He understands that he'll throw away the junk mail for you.
Thank you, Big Crown. Yeah, guess what? I don't need coupons. I'm not cutting out coupons and taking to the store for a can of Campbell soup. Question from Big Crown. Which NBA throwback jersey is the most stylish?
Lakers.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. No. There is a reason that only LSU and the Lakers have that color combination. There's a reason for that. That is an ugly color combination. And the same thing for the Celtics.
My personal favorite is the original Pistons. But the iconic one in basketball, I have to bow down and pay homage to the team in Los Angeles and not the Clippers.
Oh, no, I disagree.
But that Piston is, woo, that Piston is fire.
The best one of those ones that Fab has, like Jesus Shuttleworth and Will Smith from Bel Air Academy and all those, and Teen Wolf, like those are the best ones. We also have a voicemail from our co-producer, Big Crown. Let's listen to it.
What up, though? This Big Crown, your resident mailman, podcast producer also. Don't leave me out on that. I do that too. But yo, I figure I'll bless the mic today. I got a question. Who is the all-time skill player? Not my bad. All-time will player. We know who the skill player is. Jordan, maybe Magic. But who's the all-time will player? You know what I'm saying? The player who, you know what I mean, not always doing the flash and whatnot, but lasts long in the NBA. Who's the player that you believe is the all-time will player? Get the people what they want.
I got you.
I know who you're going to say.
Real quick.
Can I write it down before you say it?
Sure.
Just so you can look
Please
at it.
do. First off, the all-time skill players, in no particular order, are Kareem, Hakeem, and MJ.
Sure. But let's just let that live, of course.
All right, flat out.
All time.
And then I'm going to throw another one out there that people sleep on. Lawrence Legend. Bird.
Yeah.
The all-time will players, Bill Russell and Dennis Rodman.
Rodman's good. I had Ben Wallace because you had that look on you like you're going to go Detroit. Rodman is the all-time will player. Simple as that. Great question, Big Crown. Keep producing the show. Our check for your contributions for the show is in the mail. You're in control of the mail, so you should be able to find it.
It's under Reggie Noble.
Yep. Let's listen to one more voicemail.
What's up, guys? What's up, Jalen, Jacoby? This is Marcus from Atlanta. Down here at Statesboro, Georgia Southern, getting my college on, trying to get my degree. Shout out Reg, Shout out Big B Barron. Shout out Los. Shout out Alex, the rest of the crew. I just want to say one thing. I love you guys' show. I listen to you guys all the time when I'm at work or when I'm in class. Or really when I'm doing anything. You guys are a really big part of my life, and I love listening to you. But I got to say a couple of things. One, I always am someone who listens to the podcast rather than watches the TV show. But I recently saw one of your clips on YouTube of your segment yesterday that was Am I Crazy? And I got to say, guys, coming from a real fan who's been here since the Grantland days, Fat Jalen in the Bat.
This ain't going to be good.
You guys sold out. I mean, you guys are wearing costumes now. There's green screen effects in the background. What are you guys doing on TV, man? Like, am I missing something? Should I stop listening to the podcast? But that's never going to happen because I'm not going to be able to do that. Again, thanks, guys. You got to get Molly on the show, Jalen, please. Everyone wants to have Molly and Jacoby. You're gone all the time anyway. Love you guys. Peace.
See, Marcus gets the show. And let me explain why. Because he knows that Jalen Rose has a habit of this. Compliment, 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 insult. That's exactly what he did.
Wow.
I love the show. I listen all the time. You guys are a big part of my life. But I don't watch the show, and when I did, it was awful.
But can I ride with Marcus? And good luck at Georgia Southern. Big shout to the ATL. We root for you to get your degree and whatever career opportunities or extracurricular schooling you take. Please let us go with you.
Get after it, Marcus.
Now, I got to roll with Marcus on this. It's not an insult, Jacoby, if it's true.
We sold out.
Correct.
Do you know what us selling out is broken news? Hold on a second.
To everyone else, it's breaking news. To Jalen and Jacoby listeners, it's broken news.
See, Marcus, let me pull you behind the curtain a little bit.
Okay.
Joel Embiid. He was injured. He played like 30 games his first 3 years.
31 games.
He had a trife cut. He had a fro. Whatever. He get his max deal. Look at where his hair is now. Cornrows. It's just like us. Start off with the edge, as you mentioned, Kangaroo Jalen carrying a bat.
Doing it once a week, talking about whatever we want,
no
going
doubt.
for an hour and a half.
Jacoby whitening his teeth.
Yeah.
And working out every day. Jacoby's doing yoga every single day.
We didn't have a staff. I don't know what this has to do with this question, but we didn't have a staff, and now we have a large staff. I mean, by large staff, we got like 4 people.
And speaking of that, we got to stop leaving off Harlan, Carlos, and Alex.
No, we can leave everybody out.
No. Got to shout out everybody.
No.
Don't leave people out.
Can we get to what Marcus really had to say, though?
Sure.
Yes, we had costumes on. Yes, we had green screen effects behind Jalen.
That's a tip to the Podfather.
But here's the thing. You got to be creative. You know what I mean? It's been the two of us just talking to microphones for a long time.
Without guests, consistently.
And we decided, you know what? Let's put some costumes on and have some fun.
And I have to say this, Marcus, and I'll say this for everything that people don't like. We didn't decide.
It's not going to go on the Emmy reel.
Because I wasn't a part of that decision.
First of all, you're not a part of any production decisions that we make on this program.
Only the good ideas.
No, you show up 5 minutes before and be like, oh, guys, well, here's what we got to do today. It's like, okay, Jalen. We've been here for 4 hours. Marcus, you're right. We sold out. We did sell out. But we're going to keep pushing the envelope, keep trying new things, and that segment's going to be back.
And on one of our Woman Crush Wednesdays, we got to talk to Joey's agent about getting her on. Same with Molly.
Shout out.
Joey's expensive. Let's get to people what they want.
Bowl season is here. Are you ready to cash in on what you know? Where you play is as important as what you play. The pros play at mybookie.ag. All the lines, odds, and plays, both college and pro, all at mybookie.ag. Play where you get paid super fast and there's never a hassle. Step up and mybookie.ag will match your deposit with up to a 50% bonus. Use promo code JJ50 to activate the offer. Don't leave the money on the table. Mybookie.ag, promo code JJ50, and your first deposit is matched up to 50%. Play where the pros play because they get paid. MyBookie.ag.
If the people want a 3-part docuseries chronicling Chris Paul's decision to leave the Clippers and go to the Houston Rockets, the people got it. It's on ESPN. It's on ESPN.
Oh, okay.
It's on ESPN.
Oh, yeah.
The people got
piece,
it. The people got it. And do you know what the people got right now? They have a clip of Chris Paul agonizing over this decision with none other than Sean Carter, also known as Jay-Z.
Because I done said this for the longest. I had the ball in my hands way too much. Like, I'm so tired of dribbling and having to do so much. Like, I would love to be able to get on the wing and shoot the ball and stuff like that. But I know Houston, you got Harden, you got Trevor Ariza, who I'm actually close with, because you think about life, too. Like off the court, like life.
That's what you really have to think about. Do you want to uproot your family? Kids in school, they love their friends. You know, like that whole move, you did that already.
There's a lot to talk about there.
First off,
no, I'm starting.
Jay-Z is Hove. For whatever that's worth.
Here's another thing is, if Jay-Z gave me life advice, I think I would just follow it. I would just follow it.
And we talk about pieces in one big chess game. Don't sleep. He was one of the individuals that helped support and navigate Kevin Durant leaving OKC to the Golden State Warriors.
With Rock Nation and all that. I love the idea that Jay-Z eating almonds out of his palm, sipping champagne in his recording studio is changing the face of the NBA right there. I love it. The part at the beginning, though.
Shout, Rich.
When Chris Paul said he didn't like having the ball too much.
Shout, Tata.
And he was trying to do too much. Do you really believe him?
No.
You don't think you think he wants the ball? You think Chris Paul wants the ball?
Yes.
You know, he said he wants to be on the wing and just catch and shoot.
Here's what Chris Paul doesn't want. It's what I've seen so far this year.
Blake Griffin on his team?
It's James Harden basically acting as the point guard 80% of the time that number 13 is on the floor, which means number 3 is spotting up on the wing.
But that's what he wants. He doesn't want the ball. He doesn't want the ball.
That's not his money.
No, exactly.
That is not how he became a future Hall of Famer. Now his game has expanded to where he can play weak side action.
Sure, of course.
He can catch and shoot.
He can knock down jump shots.
No question about it. But the unique thing I want to see happen that normally isn't a remedy for success is your best players taking turns. Think about all of the great duos. It's not that they were taking turns handling the ball, though, primarily.
Fair.
Okay, so, yeah, Shaq and Kobe took turns. One of the guys wanted on the post, one of the guys on the perimeter. Yeah, Mike and Scotty, they were a lot different.
Bird and McHale.
Hakeem and Clyde.
All of it, yeah.
You know, so they were a lot different. LeBron and Dwayne Wade. These are two guys that are amongst the league leaders in assists. And you know how you become one amongst the league leaders in assists?
Ball in your hand.
Ball in your hand. Usage. That's the stat. Usage rate. And James Harden is unique because he's led the league in total points and in assists. When you look back at last year, be like, who led the league in assists? Oh, James Harden.
If I'm Chris Paul and my wife doesn't want to uproot the family, wants to stay in Los Angeles, and I said, all right, I'm going to be back. I'm going to go chop it up with Hov for a little bit. And then I came back and said, Hov said I should go to Houston. We're uprooting the family and going to Houston. My wife would divorce me so fast.
A lot of that was staged for TV, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
Chris Paul loves his wife. He's been a terrific ambassador for the game. We've seen him for public sentiment be a grandson, a son, a husband, a father, a brother. Shout to CJ. CJ, you in the meetings. You should be working on your fantasy team. But with that being said, so here's the thing. Chris Paul and James Harden will figure it out because they're both terrific players.
Sure.
But the thing I'm looking forward to is James needs to be the person acting as the 2 or the shooting guard when CP's in the game. What I'm seeing is the other way around.
It should be that way. It's not going to be that way, and we will see how it turns out during the season. LeBron James did a long interview with GQ, and he was asked if he owes anything to the city of Cleveland.
I'm on the cover of GQ this month.
Here's what he said. Quote, LeBron James owes nobody anything. Weird. Nobody. When my mother told me that I don't owe her anything, from that point in time, I don't owe anybody anything. But what I will give to the city of Cleveland is passion, commitment, and inspiration. As long as I put that jersey on, that's what I represent. That's why I'm there, to inspire that city, but I don't owe anybody anything.
So I don't want people to take this as a level of arrogance, because there is something to be said. A thank you to the team that drafts you. It just so happened that Dan Gilbert has paid you multi-millions of dollars to play basketball.
Yeah.
Pat Riley and Mickey Arison welcomed you into the Miami Heat family. Of course, when you're an all-time iconic player, we start to think it's all about you. So I have to say this for him, for those that think that that's a little arrogant or self-serving, that he wasn't meaning it to come off as flagrant as some people may think.
But it does sound like he is very much keeping his options open and laying the emotional groundwork for the city and for the fans that he could disappoint them at the end of the year.
Well, the first person I think about is Dwayne Wade, because that'll be 3-4 teams in 3-4 years.
Yeah.
Just like that.
This is a new era. This is in the 90s.
Here's what I want to put on wax. I've said this before. Hold this clip, Harlan. So when I go back and say broken news, remember this date. I truly believe that Chris Paul will end up in Cleveland with LeBron James. He signed a 1-year deal. Think about what he did. At 32 years of age, he turned down the opportunity to sign a contract
$210 million.
$210 million. You know why? He knows he's going to get it. And two places besides Houston, he knows he's going to get it. Lakers, but then they drafted Ball. So now is Chris Paul trying to say, well, I can play without the ball and kind of get a practice run with that?
Maybe.
Or Cleveland.
Down with the Kings.
And so, based on those dynamics, LeBron, to your point, is setting the stage. But, man, life is good in the East.
We'll see.
Life is good in the East.
You know what? Now we have some broken news.
To everyone else, it's breaking news. To Jalen and Jacoby listeners, it's broken news.
I called this forever ago.
What's that?
What Mr. James also told GQ. He said, quote, I know I won't be able to play at this level forever, but to be washed and play, I don't know if I can play washed. But I damn sure would love to stick around for my oldest son can have an opportunity to play against me. That'd be the icing on the cake right there. I'd foul the bleep out of him. I'd give him all 6 fouls. I'd foul the bleep out of Bronny, man. You remember I predicted that he will play until his son enters the league, and that is when he will leave. And now he is putting it on wax. But remember where you heard it first, here on Jalen and Jacoby.
We didn't hear it from Jalen and Jacoby. We heard it from David.
You know what? Everything we do as a team...
No, it's not.
Except for your bad ideas. Your bad ideas are just your ideas.
I got to tell you something. When we have great ideas, they're both of ours. When we have terrific ideas, they're mine.
As part of the FBI investigation into corruption in college basketball, some texts between former Louisville coach Rick Pitino and Adidas executive Jim Gatto were released. Now, all the corruption stuff, that's terrible, but this is what I want to focus on. Rick Pitino is a hype beast hitting his Adidas guy up for some Adidas. He said, "Can you give me those white with black stripe Yeezys?" Here's Jim back. "Working on that color of Yeezys. There's a newer all-white pair that might be easier for me to get." Pitino not having it, writes back, "It's got black stripes across. It's white, though." And then he goes on to talk about something else.
Oh, a couple of things. I'm reloaded. First and foremost, come on, Rozier. He's not playing for Boston. I think he's going to have a really good season. I think that's the player they were talking about that messed up. How did both individuals spell Yeezys wrong?
Both of them spelled Yeezys wrong.
In different ways.
And the guy works at Adidas and spelled Yeezys wrong with an S. And another thing is just like, Rick Pitino, this is what you got to do with your day? You're hitting your Adidas guy? Didn't even say what size. It seems like he needed just like one pair. Didn't even seem like he needed for the whole team. He's definitely got like a teenager next to him being like, no. It's the white ones with the black stripes. Ask him for the white ones with the black stripes. No, not the all white ones. I know those are easy to get. I want the ones that are hard to get. Like, Rick Pitino spend less time trying to get exclusive shoes to put on Instagram and spend more time keeping your job as a head coach in college basketball.
Dead wrong. How about this though?
Oh, they also released this about 45 texts from Jalen Rose asking Jim Gatto for the exact same thing.
Correct.
They also released those.
That's why I want you to hit the brakes.
All right, Jarrell.
Jim Gatto was family. Hope everything works out, my brother.
Shout out. Size 15. Darren Fox was asked what his favorite brunch spot is in Sacramento. New to the town, what's your favorite brunch spot? Didn't answer that question. He just immediately went to this. Quote, "All I gotta say is you can tell everybody that lives in the state of California this. In-N-Out is no good." And then he went on to say that it's overrated. I happen to think he's 100% correct. Your thoughts, Mr. Rose?
Well, here's what happens. You're a college kid. You see the commercials. They're big burgers and they're bigger cleavage.
That's Carl's Jr., but continue.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Same thing.
Let's move on.
Okay.
JJ Redick lives in Dumbo. It's in Brooklyn, close to Manhattan.
So,
it's a great way to get to the city if you live in Brooklyn. It's not a great way to get to Philadelphia.
And it's how you pay $12,000 for 1,200 square feet.
According to Jay-Z.
Shout out.
Now, JJ Redick is commuting from Brooklyn to Philadelphia, to and fro.
How far is it?
It's a long way. It'll take at least an hour and a half. But here's the thing. Jalen, you always take us behind the curtain. Allow me to take you behind the curtain this time.
Okay.
JJ Redick has two young sons. One Knox, probably about 3 or 4 years old. One Kai, maybe 1, 2 years old. Very similar living situation as your friend David Jacoby. He's not commuting to Philly because he doesn't want to take the kids out of preschool. He doesn't want to be around the kids. If you get home at 9 p.m., you leave in the morning and you get home at 9 after the kids are asleep, you don't have to see them all day. On your off days, you can spend a couple hours parenting them. But I know this hustle. You stay late at work and then get home after the kids go to sleep. I'm on to you, JJ Redick. I'm on to you.
And I'm on to you. This is basically him saying, I ain't got a long-term deal in Philly. So I'm going to be in NY where we already got a spot.
Who knows?
I'm not renting or leasing.
Nope. Joel Embiid found out that he was going to have his minutes be restricted. And he had a very vulgar response. Here's what he had to say. Quote, "That's bleep bleep. I wish I was playing more minutes. I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready for more than whatever number they have. I don't know. I wish I was playing more, but we're going to see how that goes." Should the Sixers be so careful with Embiid?
Yes, they should. And I like this reverse psychology, first and foremost, of an athlete, because this is where trainers and a support group has to protect said player from themselves. A competitive young guy, just got a maximum level contract, wants to show that he's not injury prone. But the problem is, so far in his career,
he's injury prone.
He's injury prone. Mm-hmm. And so based on that, they're doing themselves a disservice if they don't put him on a minutes restriction. If he's able to forecast and then exceed that, then all of a sudden you'll see him out there more. But again, a terrific young talent. I think he has it in him to have a major year.
Very quickly, there's been one more change in Joel Embiid's life. His cornrows now. He has braids. What do you think about Cornrell Joel Embiid? Does this mean that he is guaranteed to be the MVP of the league?
No. Let me tell you
What
something,
happened? You don't
corporate
support
America.
this?
No.
You don't, what?
Let me tell you something, corporate America.
I know what you mean by corporate America. By the way, I know what you mean by corporate America.
This is what we do, okay?
Who's we? What do you mean?
People like me.
What? I don't understand.
And you know what we
Tall
do?
People?
Once we get maximum contracts, wear hair like we want now.
Jalen Rose.
What up?
I'm going to give you a headline.
Down.
If it is worth discussing, we hit the brakes and discuss it. If it is not, we just keep it moving.
We be moving, you know, we keep it
You
moving.
want to put one of those Mad Dog 2020s on the table?
Lakers rookie Lonzo Ball.
Hit the brakes.
Ooh.
Here's something that if you hear a media member say, change the channel. The Lakers are back. No, they're not.
The Lakers are bad.
They're not bad.
They're bad.
Take it from somebody that grew up rooting for Magic Johnson as my favorite player along with Isaiah Thomas and played against the Shaq and Kobe Lakers and was on the wrong end of their first championship. They ain't back.
Well, we hit the brakes a little too early because allow me to explain. He said that he is for sure going to play in the season opener. He's had an ankle problem, much like LeBron James, but he said he's going to play in the season opener.
I want to see him playing in some big baller brands.
I think he will over time. Next, Air Asia's staff was accused of behaving inappropriately during a very dangerous section of the flight.
Oh, definitely hit the brakes.
Okay. You fly all the time.
No
Let's
question.
imagine that you are flying, I believe it was from Singapore to Bali, some sort of or New Zealand to Bali, something like that.
Sound like something I've done.
Yeah, exactly. Air
In my
Asia,
dreams.
they're up in the sky. The plane plummets 20,000 feet at once. Okay? So that would have woken you up, probably. All right? So you wake up and the plane is plummeting to the earth. In the plane. Passengers, the little things came down. You know, the thing came down, you got to put in your kid first before you. And then the staff of the plane started screaming. A passenger said, quote, "The panic was escalated because of the behavior of the staff who were screaming and looked tearful and shocked. We looked to them for reassurance. We didn't get any. We were more worried because of how panicked they were." Would you be upset if the staff of the plane started screaming if your plane was plummeting toward the earth?
Let me tell you something. If I'm on a plane and take a nosedive like that, 20,000 feet, I'll be throwing up and have diarrhea at the same time. Like, that's what I would be doing. First and foremost.
You wouldn't be concerned with the behavior of the staff?
No.
Me neither.
But here's the other thing. They're human.
That's the thing.
They're not on there, in theory, to do something Superman or Superwoman
Let's imagine the
could accomplish.
plane is plummeting to the earth and everyone's going to die. This one's going to go to the loudspeaker and be like, "Everyone be cool. I got this. This is fine."
That's what I'd be doing.
I wouldn't be sitting next to you, I'll tell you that much. I'm never sitting next to you on another plane the rest of our lives.
Man. I'm trying to be here.
You are good. You are good to sit next to on planes, though, because you don't talk, okay? You don't talk. You don't get up to go to the bathroom. You don't order anything. You just sleep the entire time. You don't watch any movies. They're too loud and distracting. You don't read any books. You don't try to get my armrest
crew
from
love me.
You just fall asleep and then wake up when we get there, ready for action. But I'm never going to sit next to you on a plane again. Because if the plane starts to plummet, what are you going to start to do? I can't believe I made you do that again. Tiger Woods is cleared to resume golf activities without restriction
y'all.
after back surgery. Hit the brakes or keep moving.
Keep it moving.
What?
Keep getting them checks, Tiger. I ain't mad at him at all.
For some reason, I root for him.
He had his turn,
He's
man.
done so many bad things, but I still root for his
Here's
success.
the one thing about being an athlete. Like, people always say, like, what are they doing now? It's hard to stay consistently dominant or productive at something for
let's keep. I'm about to make some bad jokes. Let's keep moving. We're always going to leave you with a dope pod to step to. Even when Major League Baseball keeps us off the air, we'll always give our podcast listeners something to step to. Ladies, don't forget, tomorrow is Wednesday.
Hey, ladies!
If you call 985-80-JALEN, you can leave us a voicemail. We also have a special guest.
The champ is here.
The champ is here. Tomorrow we'll be joined by Los Angeles' ESPN's.
We going coast to coast. We going coast to coast.
Carrie Champion.
We going coast to coast.
We'll be in the house joining Jalen and Jacoby tomorrow. So if you have questions for Carrie, make sure you leave those on the voicemails.
And also at her, at Carrie Champion. She's going to be on the show, whether it's Twitter, whether it's a voicemail. We want to make sure we start taking our Woman Crush Wednesday to the next level and not just talk about the successful and productive women that are doing amazing things in this industry and abroad, but actually have them join our program.
Tomorrow, Carrie Champion on the show. Look forward to it. Thanks so much for listening.
We're not done. We're not done.